3D boxing here with former WBA 154-pound champ
And
Austin
future.
and future Austin, no doubt Trout. Welcome to Texas. I know this is kind of a second home for you, but how do you like it here in the Rio Grande Valley?
I live in the Rio Grande Valley. I too am from the Rio Grande Valley. It's just on the other side. Las Cruces, New Mexico, El Paso, Texas, stand up.
So, I mean, border town, right? I mean, you feel like you're at home a little bit?
It's very similar. It's crazy. They showed me the strip where they got all the food trucks and the wheel shops and the car shops. I was like, this is East Montana Road in El Paso. You know what I mean?
After you make weight tomorrow, you're going to hit up those food trucks, those taco trucks?
Look, I gotta give me some Mexican food because no shady Houston. It's hard to find good Mexican food in Houston. But I'm gonna wait till after the fight. I gotta get some clean food in me first.
Now, you've got a win over Cotto, Delvin Rodriguez. You got a controversial loss to Canelo, which I thought you won. You've been in the ring with Laura, Charlo. Where are you now? You've been busy, you've been active to a degree, but where are you now in getting back to that most elite level?
Same as I've been. I'm just with activities. The only difference now, those fights that you called out, like especially Trout and Hurd, those were after a year-long layoff, and I kept telling my handlers like, I can't go off a year and then go fight a killer. Like, you gotta give me some tune-up, something, but they wasn't hearing it. So I think I can make a good run with activity.
So you're fighting Jose Charles on Friday. You fight Jose Charles on Friday. He's from Reynosa, just over the border. You're kind of in his territory. What do you know about your opponent, and what do you expect from him tomorrow on Friday?
Well, I know he's gonna bring that Mexican power and that good La Raza coming forward, but I've been here before. This is where I grew up. I grew up doing this. If you look at my record and how I used to fight a lot in Mexico. So him being in his hometown or close to his hometown, that don't bother me. I'm just here to perform, to get my win, get my Texas title, which is gonna help further me into bigger titles, bigger fights.
Now you've had, the WBA belt. You've had world titles. You've got close decisions lost to Houston native Jamel Charlo. Majority of decisions. A lot of people think you won. A lot of people think you won the Canelo fight. Do you ever look back at those fights? I mean, do you want rematches and be like, if I won those fights, I'd be a Hall of Famer? Do you look back at those like, I've been robbed? Like,
yeah, I do the whole woulda, coulda, shoulda, and that doesn't do anything for me as far as moving forward. But it also shows me though that I'm right there. I was right there, and like you said, it was close fights. Coming off a year-long layoff and still having a close fight with a killer like that, I'm proud of myself. Now, as far as rematches go, Charlo got all the belts. So I definitely want a rematch with Charlo because I want the belts.
I wanted to ask you, you're 37, right?
Yeah.
Not that old, but not that young either. I mean, how many more years do you have left? And is that something you ultimately want, is a rematch with little Charlo, Jamel Charlo?
Yes, ultimately I want the rematch with Jamel. I think about it, I don't put a number on it. I don't say, well, by 40 I'm going to be done, because who knows, I could have gone to 45. I'm just taking it day by day, fight by fight. When I don't love this game no more, or I'm not able to do it no more, I have good people with me like Bobby, Spagno, even Louis Burke. They'll tell me. They'll tell me right away, hey, bro, it's time to go ahead and hang that up.
So,
as
Camp,
long as they still believe in me, as much as I believe in me, I'm just keep going forward.
Camp, the weight cut, you still feel sharp? You still feeling good?
I'm still feeling good. The weight cut's actually getting easier. They say that's supposed to get harder as you get older.
Yeah, I've heard rumors that you can go down to 47. Is that true?
I've done it twice.
Is that something you can sustain?
49, I can hit 47, so if there's any fights that need to be made at 47, call me. I'm your Huckleberry.
So you could be you could be 2-division world champ.
Exactly. That was on my list of things I wanted to do, so why not?
So you're in with a rugged opponent, like you said. You know he's going to be tough, but assuming that you do win, who do you want next? Is there a name at 54? It's a loaded division. Is anyone you want to fight next?
I mean, for shits and giggles, give me Danny Garcia. Let
like
me
that
welcome
fight.
him into the 154-pound division. But there's plenty of names, like I said. Mel Charlo, that's the one we're looking at because he's got the belts. But throw a name out there. I'm down to fight. I've already fought them all pretty much.
And I wanted to ask, you've been in the ring with, like I said, Delvin Rodriguez, Canelo, Laura, both Charlo twins, Hurd. Who's the best fighter you've ever been in with, and why?
Yeah, I'd have to say Laura. Every fight, even the fights I've lost, I've always wanted another round. Laura, I couldn't wait for that fight to be over. There was nothing I could do to have any success, and I was like, I'm ready for this to be done.
Master boxer, Cuban style, southpaw. What makes Laura different? Like, what? I mean, you've been in the ring with everyone. Why is Laura so good?
Oh, because he doesn't care if it's boring, and
Yeah.
he'll just sit there and wait for you to make your mistake. And as anxious as I was trying to get something to happen, I ended up making a lot of mistakes.
Former WBA champ, Austin No Doubt Trout in action Friday here in the Rio Grande Valley. Where can everyone find you on social media, champ?
At No Doubt Trout across the board, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. At
God-
No Doubt Trout.
God bless, champ. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.